It's not that there's okay. Let me talk about this for a second since um, it's important. It's not that there's not interest in Street Fighter. Definitely, there's a sense of a losing of steam or a losing of momentum. This is twofold because DBFZ is so popular right now and is so in high demand for the viewership, and also getting a lot of new people coming into the FGC. So Street Fighter V is kind of not getting the boot, but obviously that has something to do with it. And then also that the Capcom Pro Tour hasn't begun yet. So the people aren't tied to the storylines yet. Like there's no new storylines coming out yet. People aren't constantly watching Street Fighter tournaments on the weekend, so they're not queued up to watch Street Fighter during the week, or like, it's just not as much as on people's minds. Obviously it's on the competitors' minds and the people that really care about Street Fighter. And I'm sorry to those people, all of you guys out there that really wanted to see Street Fighter last night and only got to see the top 3. I'm sorry that we didn't get to provide that for you guys. But at the same time, I'm also not sorry because we've definitely done the production at Wednesday Night Fights for Street Fighter V longer than we expected. Probably ultimately longer than we wanted to, and we just want to and we were happy to do it, and we still are happy to be there for the Street Fighter community. But ultimately it's so dominating a thing to do every single week. The opportunity cost of doing other things, not just on Wednesdays, but also the day after and the day after, because it completely messes up our sleep schedule. It is physically and mentally draining and exhausting, and we've just done it for so long already. It's been two and a half years, and we just want to do new stuff. That's really how we feel. We've got all this knowledge and skill sets and people and this network, and we just want to do new stuff. And that was, and we always knew that. We always knew that we weren't gonna do the same thing forever at Wednesday Night Fights, but it's also just weird that time has approached so quickly. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm still gonna be attending Wednesday Night Fights all the time. So what's gonna happen is next week, Matt and I and maybe a friend or two, we're gonna do an IRL stream. We're gonna I'm gonna throw on the stream probably when I get to Matt's house. I'm gonna pick Matt up. We're gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna grab a beer or something. We're gonna hang out, talk for a little bit, and then we're gonna head to the arena. We're gonna show you guys around the arena, say hi to all the people at the arena. We'll say hi to Valle. We'll say hi to a bunch of the players that you guys know. We'll, whatever happens. We'll talk to people, get into conversation, or not talk to people, and then I'll sit down and play some casuals, and then pretty much we'll sign off the stream. And then from there, Level Up Live and all the other streams will be capturing content for the games. I'll be entering whatever tournament I feel like, and I'm just gonna play my matches and commentate on Level Up. And that's what I'm gonna do next week. So I'm just gonna go in and enjoy Wednesday Night Fights. Is really what we're gonna do. Is what I want to do. Because I and we have not really been able to. We've been able to in a different way, and now I just want to go and just have a good time and not work. So I am sorry that I feel bad because I know that because DBFZ is having such an explosion right now, and it's still very new and fresh, and Street Fighter V is just not anymore. And I feel bad for the players that aren't getting the spotlight. I feel bad for the viewers that really want to watch Street Fighter V. But ultimately, I'm still gonna be doing content. I'm still gonna be doing Street Fighter content. It's just not gonna be the same thing that you guys have grown accustomed to. And that's what's happening. And there's all kinds of reasons for that. Some personal, some just factual. And none of that is really important because that's just the fact of the matter. No. Yeah, Street Fighter's not booted. And obviously Level Up's still going to cover top 3 as best they can. They'll probably go back to doing top 8 as the hype train, the new viewership from DBFZ slows down. Dude, we've got a bunch of stuff that we've always like. Okay, well, so I'm really excited about this right now because this is deciding to relieve ourselves of this workload is a blessing in that we get to do more content that we've always wanted to do. Matt and I, if you guys didn't know this, three and a half years ago, Matt and I we're all hanging out with our friends. And I had been watching Summit 1G. This was back when Summit 1G, his average viewership was like 3,000 to 5,000, right? That's still obviously a shitload of viewers, but it's nowhere near to what he has now, which is like 20,000 to 30,000. And I was like, this is crazy. Like this shit is like I didn't even like. I had just been out of the gaming game for a long time. I hadn't really paid that much attention to it. Like I knew what Twitch was because that's where I watched fighting game tournaments, but that was pretty much all that I kept up with. Maybe like StarCraft 2 tournaments here and there, and Counter-Strike tournaments here and there as well. But anyway, so I'm like talking about this with Matt and all my friends. I'm like, this shit is actually kind of fucking crazy. Like, this looks like a good thing to get into right now. It looks like it seems like it's around where YouTube was. I was saying like where YouTube was 3 or 4 years prior to that, where it was still possible to like get in and, you know, maybe make something and create something really cool that people would really like, that we would have a lot of fun doing, and, you know, and actually have a shot, actually have a chance before it gets too crazy, before everybody's like, oh, dude, I just want to make money playing video games, which is pretty much what the landscape has become now. So what happened is that during that conversation, I was like, I was just saying like, I'm gonna start streaming, and I'm just gonna see what happens. And he was like, all right, why don't you move in with me and we'll create content together. You know, you'll just stream like all the time when you're not going to school and when I'm at work, and then when I come home we'll do content. We used to do like drinking games. We used to do scary game nights, and scary game nights and drinking games mixed into one. And then we used to do like little house tournaments. That's actually how we became really good friends with Chris Wynn, because he was one of the first ones that he like just came to the apartment. It was just this little fucking tiny one-bedroom apartment too, with me living in the living room, going to school full time, streaming full time, Matt working full time, coming over. We were just like making content. And then like we had this whole plan, and then it just like kind of dissolved and fell apart. Because life obviously took us in different directions, and you know, I kept grinding Twitch, found opportunity at Wednesday Night Fights, and then we both went in on that opportunity together. You know, spending money that we didn't have to get equipment that we didn't have, because we knew it was a really good opportunity to jump in on, and it was something that we really wanted to do. And we learned a shitload of production, business management, esports general knowledge, all kinds of shit. We learned so much. We learned what we wanted to do, and we definitely learned what we didn't want to do too. So ultimately, what has basically led us, like what I'm getting to is that it's all like, we kind of both feel like it's coming full circle. Like we're kind of just taking a breath and going, we did all that. Okay, cool. Let's go back to doing the shit that we always wanted to do also. And so we're really excited about it. He's got this really sick setup in his attic at his new place that he's working on. They're decking it out in all these different decorations. He's working on a podcast with one of our other really good friends. His name's Antone. You guys have seen him in the IRL streams. If you don't know, like, he's one of the coolest dudes on the planet. Super, super knowledgeable about video games in general and the industry in general. So they're like working on a podcast together. Obviously, I'm going to be part of that. And then we're working on Monster Hunter content. We're working on Scary Game Night content, and we're really, really excited about that. A lot of that's going to come after NCR, though, because my focus right now is just to do as well as I can at NCR, and then after that, just have fun. So yeah, that was like a quick history lesson. Little brief history overview and summary about things to come. All right, let's watch this replay. That's not what I meant. I mean, after NCR, I'm gonna be a little less serious about my Street Fighter V preparation, because the next tournament after that I will be able to go to is most likely EVO, and that will be months away. You know what I mean? So there's no point in continuing to grind super crazy heavy like I'm doing leading up to NCR and burn myself out by the time that EVO comes around. I did get the wire, bro. Still not sure if it completely fixed, but it seems like it's good for now.